you have a popular podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind talking about your podcast for a little bit and how that people can get more information about it?
Yeah, so my podcast is called All About Pregnancy and Birth. At this point, it's been downloaded over 600,000 times. I started it a couple years ago, and that's kind of a short story long about how I got to start that. I initially started out in medicine thinking that I was going to do academics. That ended up not working out for a number of reasons. I wasn't right for them, they weren't right for me. I found myself needing to find a new job pretty quickly and stumbled into this hospitalist world. But I also wanted to have a way of connecting with folks because, like I said, during the shift work, I only see who I kind of see. So I wanted a way of helping people on a more lengthy, not lengthy basis, but on a more ongoing basis, so to speak, where I could connect with people. And I also wanted to be able to be a source of evidence-based information, but also holistic information that really centers that pregnant woman and her experience about pregnancy and birth, and kind of combat a lot of the misinformation trash that's sort of out there, and let people know that there are some good doctors out there who want to do the right thing and take care of people, because especially in birth, maternal mortality and things like that, we have some areas to work. So I initially started out doing a blog that was too hard to keep up, and then I myself am a podcast junkie. I listen to podcasts all the time, and
Mhm.
so I decided, like, you know what, maybe I can start a podcast. And as you know, it's actually not very hard to start a podcast. The hard part is keeping it up.
Yeah.
So, so the starting part is easy. So that's how I ended up starting a podcast. And on my podcast, I talk about um, I people come on and share their birth stories. I interview guests. I talk about topics myself, and I try to find like different sort of guests and topics and things to talk about, not just traditional things. Like, for instance, I had somebody come on and talk about, like, what do you do when you have a new baby and you have dogs and you need to get your baby and your dogs to get along. So I try to find, but I also talk about serious things too, like maternal mortality and things like that. So a wide range of topics, and that kind of feeds into my full-time online business as well, which is my online childbirth education class.
Okay. Okay.